Good day, everyone. My name is Go Kok Ming. I'm from SJKC Hualien 1 from Malaysia. Today, I would like to present my paper uh, with the title Teacher Perceptions of Generative AI in Supporting Self-Directed Learning in Professional Development. Let me share about a little bit background and purpose of this study. Generative AI tools, for example, ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, are transforming teacher professional development. However, teachers need flexible and personalized self-directed learning as their opportunity to enhance their professional. This, there is limited empirical studies explore generative AI use, especially among the primary school teachers. Therefore, this study investigates how generative AI tools support SDL in primary education settings. In this study, we use theoretical framework that combine technology acceptance model with its dimensions and also self-directed learning SDL theory, process on learners and autonomy, reflections, innovations. So these integrated frameworks in this study to assess the system quality, usage, and engagement of the generative AI among the study participants. Uh, for the research objective, this study consists of 5 research objectives. Uh, One is to examine generative AI usage patterns among the primary school teachers, evaluate system information and service quality based on the perception of teachers, to assess the satisfactions, trust, and intentions to use generative AI, investigate connective engagements and perceive innovations, and also identify the most frequent generative AI use cases in teacher learning. For the methodology aspect, this study used a quantitative survey as a research design, which involved a total of 120 primary school teachers, which based in primary school in Perak, Malaysia. For this study, for the instrument of the survey, I used the items aligned with technology acceptance models and self-directed frameworks. For the analysis purposes, this study used descriptive statistics, which consists of means, standard deviations, and also frequency. Overall, the key findings shows that positive perceptions of generative AI tools among the teachers, especially in the primary school settings, with means 4.25, this consists of a high level of it, and also standard deviation 0.637. Among the dimensions, we have usage intentions, collective engagements, and also perceived innovations are the highest rated domains or dimensions. For the most frequent use cases among teachers, lesson planning, content clarifications, and also idea generations. For the table 1, participant demographics, let's go in more details. For the demographic variable, we consist of 4. That is gender, age range, teaching experience, and also familiarity with the generative AI tools. Based on this, most of the participants show that they are not get well known with the generative AI tools, but they need more structure and proper teacher trainings to increase their teacher professionalism. For the table 2, we show that the findings of the generative AI usage pattern among the study participants. For the most used tools, ChatGPTs are found to be one of the most used tools, with a consists of 72%, Gemini 18%, and the others consist of 10%. Most of a majority of the teachers perceive that they prefer free versions of generative AI tools, which consists of 85%. For the tool diversity, a majority, 60% of the teachers stated that they are use more than one generative AI tools. For example, they are using ChatGPT and also Canva AI to make their works more easier and increase their productivity. For the table 3, display the findings of the perceptions of generative AIs among the study participants. We can, as we can see in the tables, for the dimensions for this study, recorded high level of it. So the overall perception of generative AI among the students, among the study participants, uh, recorded high level with mean 4.25 and the standard deviation 0.637. For the table 4, display the rank use cases of generative AI tools among the teachers, especially in the context primary school. There are 5 ranked. First is the lesson planning. Second is the content clarifications. Third, idea generations. Fourth, writing assistant. And the fifth, assessment preparations. So the teachers rank the use cases of generative AI tools in their daily practices. So for the most important, they are used to plan their lesson plan. For the discussions, primary school teachers perceive generative AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini as significant enablers, especially for their instruction planning, content clarifications, and also reflective engagement. So, high perception score across all the dimensions support the claim that when digital tools are accessible, intuitive, and aligned with the professional needs, especially for the teachers, they are more likely to integrate them effectively in their daily practices. And this study found that generative AI fosters high-order thinking and pedagogical uh, creativity, which are essential for the 21st century teaching competency among the teachers. This study supports JAI 2024 framework, which emphasize on shifting teacher roles where teachers should transit from the passive consumers of contents to active collaborators and also innovators, especially in this AI era. But there are concerns around the reliability and ethical implications of using generative AI generated feedback, which they highlight the need for the structures, training, and a clear institutional guidelines for the teachers, how they use it, how some of the do or don'ts for the teachers as a guideline. This study also ranked use cases of generative AI where focus on lesson planning, content clarifications, which highlighting its value in reducing cognitive load and enhancing instructional clarity and also productivity among the teachers. So the study called for a targeted interventions, including policy development, teacher capacity building, and also infrastructure support to ensure sustainable and ethical adoption of generative AI tools among the teachers, especially in the primary school education settings. So for the limitation and futures research, we have identified that this study is a self-reported data and cross-section designs, so it limited the generalizability because it's just based on 120 teachers in Perak. However, for the future research, uh, researchers may use a longitudinal tracking of generative AI tools used. Maybe we can conduct comparative study across the regions and also levels, not only limited to primary school setting. Maybe we can go beyond primary schools settings, secondary school, university, and so on. And inclusions of students' outcome and mixed method to enrich the data, and we can get a more holistic view of using generative tools in teacher learning. So as a conclusion and implications, generative AI tools support teacher autonomy, reflections, and also their innovations. High perceived usefulness, ease of use, and engagements based on the perception of teachers towards using generative AI in their self-directed learning. So for the theoretical and practical contributions, this study extends the technology assessment models and also self-directed learning integrations framework and inform teacher training policy, and most importantly, the AI literacy development of the teachers, especially in primary school setting. That's all from me. Thank you so much.